Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today KB Home filed an 8K detailing their annual shareholder meeting results, and I'm seeing a huge vote of confidence in their leadership. Quick note, this is not financial advice, just my take on public filings for educational purposes. The shareholders have spoken loud and clear, backing the board, the pay, and the auditor, and that tells us a lot about investor sentiment. So let's dive into what happened at KB Home's 2026 annual meeting of stockholders that took place on the 23rd of April of 2026. This filing is all about the results of the votes that happened there. It is basically the official count of how stockholders voted on important company matters. First up, the election of directors. These are the folks who oversee the company, and wow, the results here are overwhelmingly positive for the nominees. For Jose M. Barra, almost 96% of the votes cast were in favor of him staying on the board. Arthur R. Collins saw over 95% support. Doreen C. Dominguez and Kevin P. Eltiff both had a massive 99.2% of the votes go their way. Dr. Stuart A. Gabriel even hit 99.4%. Dr. Thomas W. Gilligan received strong support with nearly 98%. Cheryl J. Henry got over 99% of the 4 votes. Jodine A. Kozlak had over 95% in favor. Robert V. McGibney was at a remarkable 99.6%, and Jeffrey T. Mesger also saw around 99.1% support. This level of backing for the entire slate of directors is a really strong signal that shareholders are happy with the current leadership team and the direction of the company. It means they trust these individuals to guide KB Home. Next, let's look at the compensation for the company's top executives. This is often called a say-on-pay vote, and it is advisory, meaning shareholders are giving their opinion. Here, 87.4% of the votes were in favor of approving the compensation package for the named executive officers. While this is a strong majority, the around 12.3% who voted against it is something to keep an eye on for future compensation discussions. It suggests a portion of shareholders feel the pay might be a bit too high or not aligned perfectly with performance, even though the majority are happy. For context, at 87.4% approval, this is generally seen as good. But it is not as overwhelmingly positive as the director votes. Investors often look for numbers in the low to mid-90s for this vote to be considered a very strong endorsement of executive pay practices. Finally, the shareholders voted on ratifying the appointment of Ernst & Young LLP as KB Home's independent auditor for the upcoming fiscal year. This is a crucial vote because it involves the company's accountability and financial transparency. The result here is another resounding success. 98.4% of the votes were in favor of keeping Ernst & Young. This indicates a high level of confidence in the auditor's work and the financial reporting of KB Home. It is very common for these votes to be overwhelmingly positive, as companies typically seek auditors they have a good working relationship with and who provide reliable audits. Anything below 90% here might raise eyebrows about auditor independence or satisfaction. So what does this all really mean? Looking at these results, it is clear that the shareholders of KB Home are very supportive of the company's current leadership, its executive compensation strategy, and its choice of auditor. The overwhelming yes votes across the board paint a picture of a company where investors feel confident and aligned with management's decisions. This kind of unified backing can be a positive sign for future stability and strategic execution. The strength in the election of directors, with most nominees receiving close to 99% of the vote, is particularly noteworthy. It suggests a lack of significant internal dissent or activist pressure regarding the board's composition. The say-on-pay vote, while very positive at over 87%, does show a minor area where some shareholders might want to see more justification or performance linkage in executive compensation going forward. The auditor ratification is standard practice and its strong result is expected, reinforcing trust in the company's financial oversight. Overall, this filing shows a company that, at least in the eyes of its voting shareholders, is being managed well and is heading in the right direction. The recent news also suggests positive momentum, with headlines about new home communities opening and the stock trending upwards since the last earnings report. It seems investors are right now feeling good about KB Home's prospects. Oh, and the research tools I actually use are linked in the description. They help keep this channel going. That is my take. Stay decoded. Like, comment, subscribe, and join our Discord community, linked in the description.